Greetings, everyone. This is Sister Crystal here with Other Side of 40. And I am here with a review on the Diva cup. This is a menstrual cup. And full disclosure, I am not sponsored by the Diva Cup company. I'm just doing a review on a product that I think is, worth a try for any woman who Aunt Flo still visits, the little monthly friend or whatever you want to call it. And you want to find an alternative to pads and tampons. And so during this time when we have this, I don't want to say the name, but this virus that's going around, I was looking for alternatives to pads and tampons. And so I saw this in the grocery store. And I said, now is a best time, better than ever, to try something like this. Now, I will say there is a learning curve with these menstrual cups. And I'm still in the learning curve because this is my first time trying it. I would suggest that if you're going to try a menstrual cup, do it on a day when you don't have to go to work, when you're at home and all of that stuff. The main thing is getting it in and then taking it out. Honestly, that's the most challenging thing about it. But it appears that once you get through that, this looks like a great, just a great addition to have for women and our feminine needs and everything. And I'm just really excited to see that something like this has come about. So, okay, so my experience, I'm still in the midst of in the learning curve. Honestly, it doesn't feel real comfortable, but I don't think I made a good seal. One thing I've done is I always wear panty liners as a backup because if you don't insert it or if you don't make a real good seal, it can leak, but that's the least, of the problems. I checked it frequently. I didn't realize, and I guess this is TMI and most women only, the women would relate to this, but I always felt like I was bleeding to death. and since using the Diva cup or this, I'll say the menstrual cup, I realized it's not very much, it's not very much liquid. I'll just say that. It's not as much liquid as I thought. And even though with this Diva cup, they say you can have it up to 12 hours, I was frequently checking it. I would only have it for several hours at a time. I can tell once I get the hang of it, this will be really great. Also, there are 3 different versions: Model 0 for under 18, Model 1 for those under the age of 30, and Model 2 for those over the age of 30. And I'm using the Model 2 over the age of 30. Model 2, it's wider and thicker. So I was like, well, let me try Model 1. So actually, a little bit of TMI, but Model 1, so that's the one I'm using right now. And it seems a little more comfortable. So Model 1 is more of a medium flow. So if you see in the picture, it looks like it's got, the way I equate it, it's you have light flow, you have medium flow, and heavy flow. Well, for me, I've never been like super or anything like that. So honestly, even though it said Model 1 is for people under 30, I find that one to be a little easier than the Model 2, but I have both of them. Also, the cost up front is a little pricey, but I think you will get your money's worth once you get the hang of using the menstrual cup. I think it will be a great addition to what you may already have in terms of tampons or pads, and you might start to even eliminate them. Now, I know for me being over 40, I'm definitely starting to eliminate some of the tampons and pads because I'm, facing reality. But pretty soon, Aunt Flo will stop visiting. So I don't want to be stuck with a whole bunch of tampons and pads that I can no longer use. Anyway, just saying out loud what a lot of women may go through. But again, give the the menstrual cup a try. There are different brands out there, I've heard, but at the store that I went to, the Diva cup was the only thing that was available. But also with the instructions, okay, you have to boil it first. Boil it for 5 to 10 minutes, which I did that. So I felt good about that, the disinfectant and all that. And I just used regular warm soapy water to clean it out. It said something about get a Diva wash. They didn't have Diva wash or whatever that is, but just warm soapy water is good enough to clean it out. And I think this is just really good, especially if you're stuck in a situation where you're not able to go to the store. You can just clean it out and just reuse it, and you don't have to worry about running out of your feminine products. Also, the length of time it gives you, okay, it comes with a very pretty bag. It also comes with a little booklet depending on the one you get. Now the Model 2, it just had a small little pamphlet, but Model 1, it gave a nice booklet and everything inside. And they suggest that you keep it for a year. Now, I heard there's some other menstrual cups that you can use it for up to 10 years, but I haven't came into any stores that had those other cups like that. This is my first one, my first time using it. So this has been SistahCrystal with Other Side of 40. And, stay safe and just thinking of ways to eliminate unnecessary going to the store and all that kind of stuff if you don't have to. Especially in the little, state of emergency, if you will, that the country is facing. So, alrighty then. Hope to talk to you soon and take care.